Hello and welcome to this session on creating a PBA. What is a PBA? It's a private booking area. A private booking area is generally a website that looks like this. It has the event or group or sports tournament or competition or whatever you're focusing on. It has their details on it. It's very focused around their event. We select hotels and negotiate with hotels specifically around this event. So it becomes a very focused booking platform that is easily linked directly to the hotel's own website. And I'll give you an example of this. You may have seen it on our resagents.com website. If you go onto the Mobisys event page, this is the event's own website. And if you scroll down, they talk about hotels and how they've linked to hotels.tv. This is a PBA or a private booking area with hotels selected specifically for that event. So what we're going to do today is show you how to create this in minutes. The first thing we do is log in. We provide you a login and a password. You log into your platform. Once you're in your administration area, you'll be able to see that there are three distinct areas: site, bookings, and tools. Site is everything to change and add information onto the site. Bookings, you view bookings and manage your bookings. And tools are things like importing hotels and your training information. If you go to destinations, which is what we're concerned about, private booking areas are effectively a destination. Like we might put a page together for London or Singapore. A PBA or an event like the MTB that I was just showing you, this scale-up event, is actually considered a destination. Okay, so I'm going to take you back and show you that again. MTB, SEP Scale-Up Summit, selected hotels with negotiated events. SEP Summits are highly curated, invitation only, matching activities hosted by the most prestigious European stock exchanges, etc. Okay, so this is set up purely for them, and we've even added articles and guides to give them a little bit more information about the event to really personalize it. So I'm going to show you the back end of one of these. So when we go in, you will receive some empty PBAs already sitting in your destinations inbox. They'll probably have 001, 02, 03, 04. You create these and turn them into PBAs. And I'm going to show you how. So you would click on your 002 and you would start to fill in these fields here to create your event website. So let's have a look at that from the start. The title, what are you going to call it? This event obviously has a name. Create a very simple name that's going to look really good sitting at the top of the page up there. Then we're going to give it an address because everyone has to be able to find it, and the event's website will link to this address. So we needed something simple, something with underscores preferably and no spaces. Okay, so we have SEP Scale Up _ Summit _ London, and if you have a look up here, if you can see that, you will see that that is the URL, Uniform Resource Locator, or the web address. And that we can simply copy and we can email to the event organizer for them to link their event website to, such as what we've done here with this particular event and the way they linked. We can even give you a logo, so you could use the logo as a hyperlink or a link that they click on the logo and go straight to the PBA as well. Now, having a PBA, one of the biggest advantages is that the hotels want to work with you, and therefore they will give you exclusive rates and deals and added value and lots of extras. And you could write that in this section here to really entice the people that are attending the event to come through and book. And of course, you're going to have a lot of credibility because you're working with the event organizer. The event organizer says you should come through and book these because Hotels TV has negotiated it for us, and therefore their audience will come through and have a look, and a lot of them will book. Okay, so what else do we do? we've got a password section in here. We don't use that unless we really want to password protect the PBA itself. In order to get to this page, you could password protect it, but usually for general events, we don't. The category should always be under corporate extranet, not a particular destination. The reason is a corporate extranet is another word, is our technical term for PBA. If there's a group booking reference, then you would add the group reference, and then our system automatically emails the hotels with the booking with that group reference, so they can tie it together under any specific promotional rates. And we can discuss that more with you when talking about marketing and dealing directly with hotels. It has a default start date. You don't need one of these, but it really does help. So we know this event is happening on the 27th of June. So therefore, we're starting the date. Rather than have the guests have to enter the dates around the event and search for them, the events are already there. We should actually also have the date of the event and the venue listed here up the top. We do have a map, and I'll show you how to add that, and that shows you how far away the selected hotels are from the venue as well. And so we can put default number of nights. We would normally leave that as 1, not actually multiple nights, so that people could book 1 night or they could book a minimum 2 nights. Okay, the venue title is the London Stock Exchange. There's a little bit of information about it, and below we're going to put in the GPS coordinates so that we can find it quite easily sitting on this particular map. Okay, we know it's in Europe, so you select that. From the drop-down box, we put a very short description that comes up in search results. The main description here, we write, and that's what comes out here on the page. We add an image, and so you can do this offline first. You take a you could just use a Word document to do this. You make the Word document background black. You move your image onto that Word document, and then you take a screenshot and save it as a JPG, so JPEG file, so that you can simply upload that and it fits nicely with the black background, because all this area through here is actually image, but you want to be able to see the text behind it and the title. So you simply have to fiddle around a little bit with that image in order to make it happen, and then you just simply upload it by choosing the file. Okay, we get down to the map, and the map coordinates of the London Stock Exchange we can actually add in here. As an example of how to find coordinates, you could actually type into Google London Stock Exchange, and it comes up with a Google map of the area. Now, on any map search on Google, you will find the coordinates in the actual web address or the URL of that page. So you copy that, you go back to your page, and you can use the meta keywords box, because we don't actually use that, to grab the details. Copy and paste, pop them in there, use the other one over here, take that and put it on the east coordinates. Okay, so to take you back, remember, those coordinates were there and there, and you just simply put them side by side in the boxes that we've created and save that, so you don't need that anymore. Okay, you can put whether the tax is excluded or included in the rates, and also the currency that you need. You don't need the meta keywords or descriptions. We'll discuss that later. Down below you've got your social media links. If you want to link this page to social media, you can do that. However, at this stage we won't go into that. If you want to track clicks using Google Analytics, it's a great idea. We will discuss that in marketing as well. You just simply get your UA code through your Gmail account. Your email address is used as your Gmail account, and you paste it in there, and then you can see the click-throughs from the websites that you're linking to. We won't do any of that at the moment. We simply click public and active, and then we save it down at the bottom. And what that does, that creates us with a page that looks like this without the hotels at this point. So you have the title, the image, the text, and the location of the actual event that is there. Okay, then you get a page that looks like this. Remember, this is all under your destinations tab once you've logged into admin. And now we want to add hotels. As you can see, we've already added the hotels here. You have two ways to add hotels. You can simply click the Add Hotels link here, and you have a blank screen. So you can add in the title of the hotel. You can add in the web address, and you can add in the style of hotel. If you hold your Command or Control key down, you can select multiple categories at any one time. You can then add in the currency, a description, you can tick boxes of what star rating it is, and so you add your hotel bit by bit, even down to the hotel's contact, who you're working with, the email address of the reservations department of the hotel, and even the invoicing details such as the accounts department of the hotel. You click active and save, and that activates that hotel. You can then actually add in other images as well. If I take one that's already been created, it creates a page like this. So this is the Montcalm at Brewery London City Hotel. It's 5-star. These are rooms that we've added later. These are images. But if we look at that section that we just looked at all added up together, we can see that all this information has been completed. Once that is completed and saved, that becomes the first stage of your hotel. You can then add things like rooms. Deluxe rooms, single rooms, triple rooms, whatever you're negotiating with the hotel. Once you've added the rooms, you can easily then add the rates to the rooms. So you can add them for the particular period of days that the event runs for. So if the event runs for 3 days, the 27th to 29th, what I would also do is probably get rates for the 26th and the 27th and the 30th and the 1st. So people have the opportunity, once they're actually on the website, of being able to book that hotel through a number of multiple days, not just the days around the event. But this is what the hotel page looks like. You can then click on images and search through and really get to know the hotel. You can even add videos onto that page as well, and that's another section that we'll discuss at another point. Once the rates are actually added, you click number of rooms that you want, you book now, and you check out and book in and use your credit card as a guarantee of the arrival. We don't take payment. The credit card details are passed through to the hotel, and usually the guests pay when they're actually at the hotel. The card details are just used as a guarantee of arrival. Okay, so that hotel sits nicely on the main destination page, and that's controlled through the admin system that you have access to. So let's go back and just look at that again. So you've created the event and you've added the text and the URL, so we know where to find that. So we've created that particular page as we saw before. That now has the information at the top and the selected hotels. We also have added the hotels down here, which we could have done manually by clicking Add Hotel, and filled out the fields. We also have another way to bring in hotels. And if you go back to your Home tab, it takes you back to the admin area. And we actually have an affiliate arrangement with Expedia. So if you go under Tools and click Expedia, and put in your particular city, you can search hotels that are on the Expedia database but already have things like images, features, facilities, descriptions, everything you need. So there is a whole list of different hotels, and if the property that you want to work with is listed here, it just simply makes it a lot easier. So what you can actually do is you can put your finder, Control F or Command F I use on my keyboard. If I type in Mont Calm Hotel, it's got 10 choices. There's one in Shoreditch. There's the one at Brewery London. Now that's the one I want. So I can view that hotel. As you can see, it's got the address, it's got the map coordinates, everything is there. Property, locations, descriptions, and all the images for that hotel are already there. If I scroll right down the bottom, I can now import that into as a new hotel or into an existing hotel. So I can import that very simply into, and I can use my control and find again, into the SEP event. So I've found that, MTB event, and then I just import. And that hotel will then appear, as you can see it here, on this page with all the images set and lined up. And when I click, it takes me through. Then what we can do is obviously add the rates and rooms to that particular hotel. And that's what makes it live on our system. So I'll just type in MTB once again. In your admin system, you see this linked. You go in and you can manage the whole event and even add more hotels as you wish to this section. So that's really it on how to create that initial PBA. I hope you found that useful. It's very, very simple and easy to do, and the effect is that we want to create that private booking area for our event organizers to then be able to link to their marketing material so that they can distribute for you with all your featured hotels, your map locations, and your individually negotiated rates, which are put together exclusively for the event.